Well, she's a chef and the host of the podcast Top Talk with Pace Webb, and she's going to show us how to make a delicious dish that's perfect for summer dinner parties. It's hanger steak. Love it, with green harissa sauce on it. Pace Webb is in our kitchen to do just that. Woohoo! Yeah.
I would say yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Well, we're finished with that. We're done with that. Okay. Your journey with food began at a very young age.
Yes. Okay. So there's a couple ways that I got into food. The first one is that I had colon cancer at 17.
Oh,
so it got me really curious. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it got me really curious. What goes in my body? What goes on my body? So I entered cooking through nutritional angle. And then, you know, I'm a fourth generation entertainer, which means my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mother all threw parties, whether it was lavish or bohemian. So I kind of had it in my blood.
What kind of food did they serve?
You know, it wasn't really so much about the food, but more about the little details and the lighting and the music and gathering the people. You know, our place was always the place to be.
Right.
So naturally, when I started cooking, you know, it became very clear to me that I wanted to feed a lot of people, hence our motto, love people, cook them tasty food.
Okay. You and I should
Like
be
Christina,
best friends.
yeah.
I know that, right?
Well, we're already
Yeah,
color
I know.
coordinated.
Well, yeah.
So should I get to it?
Yeah, let's get to
Okay.
it. Okay.
So I've got a cut of hanger steak here.
Now, what
and
is hanger steak? Is that a
It is-
expensive cut of meat?
It's not. It's a moderate cut of meat, but that I think is a wonderful, wonderful value for what it is. Because let's say, you know, tenderloin is very expensive, and I think that this is a great, inexpensive alternative to that. You know, and I want to give you a really good tip here about buying really clean meat. But first, let's go ahead and sear off the steak. I've got a nice grill pan. You hear that sound?
Yeah, it's the best
That's
sound
like
in
the
to me, it's the
sound
best sound in the world.
you want to hear.
Yes.
That means your pan is properly heated. Now, I'm going to go ahead and chat with you.
Okay.
And you guys let me know when the house is on fire, and I'll come handle it, okay?
Right.
All right.
Okay, so let's talk about clean eating, though,
Right.
because a lot of people think that if you eat clean, that it's expensive.
Right, and it doesn't have to be the case. So let's say you want to buy hormone-free meat, right? Grass-fed, for instance, but you're going to get...
Bring it in. Bring it. I'm sorry.
have
Please
some?
bring it in so everybody can enjoy it. I'm sorry. Please start.
Already,
Yeah.
but they have to listen first. Okay.
No, they want Okay, so we're talking about clean meat.
So it's the cuts of meat that are more expensive.
Okay, settle
right?
down, settle down.
Yeah, I told you.
Settle down
Lost
over there.
them.
All right.
So let's say the filet, really desirable cut, but really, really expensive. Whereas the stew meat or chuck from the same animal, you're getting the same quality of meat, just going to take a little more finesse and technique to cook, like let's say in a slow cooker, for instance. So that's your answer to get it for less money, but of the same kind of quality.
I think they're liking it because
They're quiet. This is a sign that they like it.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
Well,
So let's make the harissa sauce that is like the magic stuff that goes on here.
What is harissa sauce?
Harissa is generally like a Middle Eastern red chunky condiment with chilies and oil, but this is a green version, okay? So spinach, right?
Okay.
So go ahead and put the spinach in.
All right,
The
got it in.
blender. Good. And parsley, even with some of the stems too, because
Throwing that in
this
there.
is the rustic sauce, doesn't matter. We're not being too delicate here. And then
nuts.
some walnuts. And if you don't have walnuts, you could use, let's say hazelnuts, I think are nice in this. I've had to make that in a pinch.
This is all good. We're talking about brain food. This is good brain food. Everything that's gone in here so far is good for your brain.
I was just thinking about that,
And
watching
garlic,
that segment.
yeah,
And garlic.
Because look, this is a walnut. It's the shape of your brain.
Yeah.
See?
And that's why it's good brain food, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and zest and lemon juice. Okay. And a little bit of cumin.
That's also
And this
good for
is
the
great the day ahead. You can make this
Anti-inflammatory.
a day ahead and keep it in the fridge. You can also sear your steak a day ahead, put it in the fridge, and then cook it on the day of your party. Finish it in the oven. You know, so I like to minimize rushing around on the day of.
What is
which
this?
lowers your stress,
Okay.
which is also good
Part of
for
the
your
whole
brain.
thing we're doing here.
Is this a pepper? Is
Okay,
this
so
green
that
pepper
is
or-
actually a jalapeno.
Oh, this is a big jalapeno.
Okay.
Kick that
All
up.
right. Pop
Right.
that in there. But you
So
blanched it.
the thing about the jalapeno that's special is it's flame roasted. So you put it over an open flame and char it till it's black, then take it off, take the skin off, and that's what you're putting in here. And you can actually taste the charred jalapeno in the harissa, and it's magical. Now, this is just to thin out a little bit if we need to thin out water. So
Should I
you
put a
start
little
like a
bit?
little dash in there. There you go. And so I
right.
do like it to be looser. We need some olive oil,
And there we go.
and then we need some salt because salt does bring out the good flavors in food, okay? And we can always adjust and add more if we need to, but a couple pinches will start us off right.
All right.
And now we
That
are ready
smells
to
amazing.
go on and there we go.
There we go. We probably need more water,
So
right?
yeah, in this case, I go,
Go ahead, I'll
okay,
let
let's
you do
just
it.
add a little more water. Keep a little lid on here.
Oh, I like to live dangerously. Come on.
Harissa was all over us.
I know, but I love that.
Okay. Nobody move.
This ought to be good. This ought to be good, Joe. Here we go.
Boy, that smells
Nobody's
amazing.
safe here on this set.
There it goes, there it goes, there it goes.
Okay, there we go.
We'll be speaking our own language if that thing takes off.
Beautiful.
I just
Let's have a
drink it.
taste.
Or I could just
What do you
drink
say?
it. Okay, let's do it. Oh, all right. Let's go for it.
All right. Let me just taste first in case anything we need.
All right.
Investing. Oh my God.
Okay, can I go in?
Good, guys.
What do you look for when you do that?
First
Are you
go.
looking for like the
Awesome taste.
I taste
Yeah.
that
You want it to be
jalapeno.
pureed somewhat
Yep.
finely, right?
The
So we can pour it
texture.
over the steak, right? But we are looking for it to, we want to taste that jalapeno
I taste
come
it.
through. So
Yeah.
you can always start by adding a little less jalapeno in the beginning.
build up
That's
to it?
delicious.
That's right.
Oh, that harissa is delicious. It's actually great on
I
veggies.
put it on toast.
I put it
too.
on everything. Polenta eggs, it's fantastic with
Avocado
eggs.
toast.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm really surprised how tender this is.
I know.
Really good.
And voila! It's perfectly cooked steak.
How did you cook it in there? Or did you cook it in there
So I
first?
finished it
In
in
the
the oven, like I said, maybe 375 for let's say 20 minutes maybe, but you just kind of want to feel it, and that feels perfectly cooked to me. So then we're gonna slice it and arrange it here on our gorgeous platter.
How could you tell it's perfectly cooked to you?
Well, I want it to be medium rare, right? So if you feel this,
Right?
okay, it's a feel, and people say, oh, do the hand trick where you can feel the doneness on
Yeah.
your hand. It's really, meat does vary in the way it presents itself to the way that it's cooked from the vendor to the diet of the animal. So I hate to always give it a sort of answer that is going to be without evaluation, because
Sure.
food is fleeting.
Food
Yep.
is fleeting.
Food is fleeting.
Okay.
Okay, I'm so poetic
because it
here.
goes, you eat it.
Right.
By
And
the way,
so
Lori, did you know you were going to eat this well when you came on the show? Did you? Checking.
she's getting the royal treatment.
She's like, I'm
here.
going to go make curtains. I'm going to eat.
All right, now
So now what we're looking for to slice the meat, this is the grain of the meat. It's going this way right here. Okay, don't worry, chefs, wash your hands 5,000 times a day. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and slice like this.
against
Here against the grain, kind of a little bit on the bias because we wanna show the medallions to be a bit bigger.
Beautiful color.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Open it up
then
and show
let's
the camera
Yes.
how beautiful that
Oh,
looks.
look, that's
there you go.
perfectly cooked. All right, so then we're gonna platter it over here. So remove the knife from the platter.
Oh, we're gonna do it
Yep,
here. All
yep.
right.
Okay, so we'll
Okay.
move this back here
Yeah.
and arrange it like so.
Ridiculously delicious.
Ah,
And then
how
how about we'll sauce it with the harissa.
gonna eat it off of a chalkboard.